Hello friends, my name is Katie from Eternal Flame, and today I thought I'd share a quick chat and flip through in my Hobonichi A6 planner for 2025. So if you're interested in checking that out, please stick around. Thanks everyone. Before I get right into it today, I of course wanted to take this quick moment to thank you all so very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I would so very much appreciate it if you let me know by giving the video a thumbs up and making sure you're subscribed. Alrighty friends, I just wanted to do a quick recap of this planner for 25. It's one of 7, and I'm happy to report that I actually, now that we're into February already, I've actually been able to keep up with all 7 of them. I really just don't know how. I'm expecting to fall off the wagon and maybe hopefully dwindle it down to like 3, but so far so good. So this planner is the A6 size. It's paired with this beautiful fabric cover here that I absolutely love. It was gifted to me by my husband, and as mentioned previously, it doesn't really fit because it's the HON or HON with the hardcover, and so it's not really meant, I think, to be paired with one of the A6 Techo planner covers. So just full disclosure there, but I still love it just as much. Alrighty. So this is the cover I selected. It is complementary to the one that I had for my Hobonichi weeks in 2024, which I thought was so cute. It's almost like a continuation. Over here I have a very simple setup of just some like note paper from the Sticky Club, which quite honestly, when it comes to being sticky itself, is not the greatest, but it's still very cute. I have a little picture that I printed on my Canon IV2 of my 2 burn kittens here, and then I just recently added this. This is just like a tag from a robe that I recently purchased from Techo during their I don't know how to say it, but it's their like mystery pack sale. I really love it. I was actually wearing it before filming this video, but decided to change it because it's a bright purple color. It's a Techo color, which I do love because it's the same color as NYU's colors, or color rather. It's just purple. But anyway, so this is my setup, and yeah, let's go right into it. So I did film a flip through of the first half of January, so if you're interested in that, I'll try to link that in the card section up above. But just as a quick recap, I have not been using the monthly spreads or anything in the beginning. Super minimal setup, completely ignored. What I did want to draw your attention to though is I guess this January sheet here. I was really proud of myself in the previous flip through that I was able to get this to the right size and then put in straight, I guess. But for February, I actually changed it up, and I actually already canceled my Sterling Ink subscription, so March will be the last one that I have, just because I felt like it was I'm trying to find ways to save money, and the Sterling Ink subscription was definitely a big burden on my monthly, I guess, yeah, on my monthly, I want to say fees, but like, I guess how much I've been spending on a monthly basis. So what I had was the $50 one per month, and yeah, so it was actually super simple. I just sent them an email asking if I could cancel, and they canceled it right away. So for January, I had it taped in here with some of my washi tape, and then for February, I decided to just place it on this side of the page here that I never use anyway, because it was kind of bothering me that you can see through, like I think it's beautiful that you can see through it, but it was also taking away from the beautiful design of the actual vellum. So I just wanted to show you a comparison just in case you guys also have it and trying to figure out different options that you have. All right. So I did a flip through of these pages, so I'll just go through quickly and not talk too much about these until I get to where I think I left off. And that is around here in this region. Yes, right here. So I think I left off here. The reason I mentioned that is because during the last video, I was so excited for the upcoming Saison archive sale for, I think, winter and fall, and I am so sad to report that I didn't actually find anything. I was like 20 minutes late to release. There were 2 releases. I was 20 minutes late to the first one, and I think I made it to the second one, and everything was sold out. So anyways, filled in this section here, noting that, which actually also helps me to save money, so I can't exactly be too disappointed. Alrighty, so since filming the last video, there has been a lot going on in my life. So I live in the DMV area, so whether you work for the government or not, I feel like there's just a lot of things revolve around Inauguration Day. And so I noted that here. Doesn't matter where you stand politically, but that was kind of important for me to mark in our calendars, because in this case, actually, it has changed the direction of not only work but personal life significantly. And so I'm actually glad that I did include it in my journal, because I wasn't sure that I was going to. But long story short, this week here I was on travel. I went to Princeton, New Jersey, and before I left, I actually set up the whole week in advance. So for example, I knew that I'd be at work, and so you can see I used my Simply Gilded stickers here to mark that. And then I knew I was going to have dinner with friends on that Friday when I returned, and I just noted the Amtrak schedule, as well as included some photos that I printed also, again, on my Canon IV2, which I've been loving, photo printer of the chicken coasters that I started to crochet. And so I have that here, just a little picture of it. I was so proud of the fact that I was able to learn how to do this on the train, on the Amtrak train to Princeton. And so I made this whole chicken coaster on that ride. I've been cranking them out, and actually I can grab them and share with you all if you guys are interested. I actually found a video or several videos on how to crochet these on Amazon, or not Amazon, oh my goodness, on YouTube, and just followed the video. It wasn't the greatest. Some of them are better. Some of them, they're all a little bit different, and so you can see that too. Like all of mine are a little bit different. I'm also not great at following directions and counting, so that has a lot to do with how how variable they are. This yarn, I know this video wasn't about it, sorry. This yarn is actually from Amazon, so that's kind of where my head was. And because it was rather thin, I think they're cotton too, which I really like, so I love the quality. It came in all different colors. I actually just ordered a second set. It was kind of pricey, but I loved how this looks kind of like a wine dot chicken, and so you can tell I'm on a chicken kick. I was actually inspired to make this for a friend, and then I was like, I don't want to give any of them away. Anyways, so fun times. Took a picture and noted it here. So I've been doing that for about a week now. So over here, because I was away at work in Princeton, I just took the opportunity to journal about how much I missed my husband and our pets. And so I used my Canon IV printer to print out photos of my pets that were from earlier in the year. But yeah, I thought it was so cute. We have our 2 doggies, we have our 2 barn kitties. This is a picture of our farm. And then what I like to do is keep track of the restaurants that we go to, because I do travel a lot domestically and internationally for work, a lot to my standards, maybe not to everyone's. And I don't have very great memory, and that's why journaling is pretty important for me. And so what this helps me to do is that in a year or a year and a half, when I go back to this location, I'll know what restaurants to go to or suggest. So over here on Friday when we returned, I journaled about a complete change of plans. We spent the afternoon in Baltimore. We went to Barflies for lunch and Olar for dinner/happy hour. So that was a lot of fun. My husband and I discovered a new restaurant called Glad Chuck Bros, which was really good. And then I had a checklist of all the things that errands that we had to run. We tend to do that on the weekends. Over here was really fun. It was one of the happiest days. I don't know if I shared this with you all yet, but my husband and I have decided to add sheep to our farm, and you'll see here, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are going to be purchasing 7 sheep, 2 mamas, 4 babies, and 1 sire, I guess, ram. And in addition to that, we are debating getting some Muscovy ducks. When I say we are debating, I am working on convincing my husband that we need Muscovy ducks for the garden. So I journaled about our trip to meet the sheep. And yeah, this one here, also printed on my little Canon IV. I believe I hope to name Poppy. She had quite the personality. She's a bit of a leader in the flock, although she is one of the babies, so we'll see how that turns out. But really excited, hope it works out. Hoping to bring them home around Valentine's Day, so fingers crossed. So we journaled about that, I journaled about that and about how excited I was. The lady that we will be purchasing these sheep from actually gave me 3 little plants as well, so I have that as like a visual reminder for me. The other thing I wanted to note is my husband and I, so my husband has a A5 cousin, and I think someone's asked me this in the past, whether the quotes are the same. They are year to year. So from 2025, the cousin I've noticed is the same as the A6 for the quotes, and so we actually kind of like that. So my husband has mentioned a few quotes to me before that I probably covered, and then likewise in the other direction. And so when I find one that applies to our current situation, I like to kind of highlight it just to remind me. So this one was, I was determined to keep going. I really wasn't much good at anything, but I did think I had the power to stick to something. I was confident in that. And so that was something that kind of spoke to me. And so I kind of highlighted it there. And it actually just got more and more interesting. So this one was about, my policy has always been to stay on the side that isn't the obvious choice, which was really interesting because my husband and I have come to a point in our lives and our career where we had to make a decision of what we want to do going forward, and also with our family. And so this was a very timely quote. So over here for January 29th, I actually forgot that it was Lunar New Year. So for those of you who celebrate Lunar New Year, Happy New Year, Happy belated New Year. I forgot myself, and my boss actually wished me a Happy New Year when I walked into the office that day. And I was like, what are you talking about? I completely did not believe him, but after maybe like the 3rd greeting of Happy New Year's, I looked it up and realized I had forgotten to call my grandmother. So I journaled about how I had to call my grandmother and how excited she was. She was so happy to see and hear from us. So yeah. Alrighty, so this is the robe that I was telling you about. So I made a big purchase from Techo. So it was the Fuku, I don't know how to pronounce it. I actually don't even know how to spell it. I was going to write it in here. Sale, and basically if you spent X amount of dollars, you would get a mystery bag of equivalent value. And so I purchased a very expensive Techo robe. It was a cross between this brand here, Koyuchi, which I had no idea, and I'm very happy with it. It was very expensive. You can actually go to their site. Sorry, this is not sponsored in any way, but it's much cheaper through the site, and you'll get more neutral colors than if you go through Techo, but I am still loving it. I think also because I got all those freebies, which aren't really free, depends how you look at it, but really happy. It also came with this body oil, which I'm not sure if I shared with you all. You can also get it on Amazon. It was also like on sale on Amazon, which I thought was really interesting, that I've been loving. It's like this hinoki body oil, and I've really loved it because I've been really dry this winter. I don't know how you guys have been. I have very dry, sensitive skin, and anyways, so really love that. And so I journaled about how I loved the body oil, as you can see here, trying to stay positive, and we've been getting a lot of rain and freezing rain. I don't think at this point we got the freezing rain. Freezing rain I think came in early February maybe. And it's the first time that I've experienced freezing rain on the farm. So that was really quite beautiful, honestly. And then over here I journaled about losing my team potentially, or being prepared to. My husband's been encouraging me to take walks on the farm. Unfortunately, I've only done it once, so hopefully this will be a reminder for me to do it more often. Alrighty, so here again, I highlighted another one which reminded me to relax and stay calm during the storm. And so that is what I'm trying to do. So as mentioned, this is how I started February. I actually need to sit down after this video and just do a ton of backfill here. I'm currently a week behind, which is a-okay. We had a very busy Saturday last weekend, and so I tried to keep track of all those things here. We had a few butcherings, a sale that I actually did end up getting a mug from, so my husband's gonna go pick that up, and then some journaling here. Anyways, friends, thanks so much for taking the time to join me today. I hope you enjoyed this quick chat and flip through of my Hobonichi A6 planner for 2025. As I mentioned earlier, if you did, definitely let me know by giving the video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, friends.